Hi brother. In order to access the Microsoft Access database through Python, so we'll be needing a library called pyodbc. So in the first step, install this pyodbc library in the anaconda command prompt or using the conda install. Okay, so after you have installed this library, import the library, and in the next step we need to check whether Microsoft Access driver is available in our system. So in order to do that, we should run this command over here. So this will list the list of all available pyodbc drivers in our system. So here you can see that Microsoft Access driver is available in my system. So in the same manner, we should also check whether this Microsoft Access driver is available in the pyodbc data sources. So running this command will list the list of all available data sources. So here also you can see that msaccess database Microsoft Access driver is available in my pyodbc data sources. If you are not able to find this Microsoft Access driver, these two outputs in your system, then I think this ODBC driver is not installed on a system. So then you need to install the system and then you need to come and try this again. So once you are able to find this output in your system, you can proceed on to the next step. So in our next step, we'll be creating the connection string in order to connect to the Microsoft Access database. So in order to create the connection string, we'll be using these 4 parameters. So the first one is the DB driver. This DB driver is nothing but the Microsoft Access driver name which we got over here. So just copy whatever the access driver name which you are getting over in here in your system, copy this thing and use it over here. And this DB driver username and DB password, if you have any username and password for your Access database, you can use that one. Or if you don't have anything, just leave it as it is, because admin and empty password is the default username and password for any Access ODBC connections. So in the next one here, we'll be specifying the DB file which we want to access it. So here I am accessing the Troll Access database, which is located in the downloads folders. Here you can see that I am using the R before the file path, right? So kindly do not remove this R, because this R denotes the relative path, I think, but I'm not sure, because in sometimes when we are specifying the file paths in Windows, it's always better to use R before the file paths whenever we are specifying them in Windows. So after changing this thing, now we are going to create the connection string using these 4 parameters. So you can see this is the connection string which will be specifying to the pyodbc library in order to connect to our Access database. So after running this one, we have connected to our Access database, and then now we can start reading the tables which are in the Access database. So for example, I am reading a table. There is a table called a table project in the Access database. I am reading this table into a pandas data frame. So you can see this is the table which we have read into the pandas data frame. So once you have finished everything, you can close the pyodbc connection. That's it brother. Hope this helps and it works for you, and all the best brother. Yeah, see you.